Hey, fun fact, this is actually the 50, in this entire LP, this is the 57th take ever. Like of all the episodes, this is the 57th take, but most of the takes are actually just 2 seconds long. For whatever, for whatever reason, something may go immediately wrong, and so most of the stuff you see is, you know, that's not all, like, you know, full-length episodes, but, if this is the, this may be the last one ever that I'm going to be doing. Or for the Wily Wars, I mean, I'll be doing episodes of other stuff there. And I also shouldn't dawdle on that title screen. In the last episode, we got rid of all the Robot Masters, the Genesis unit specifically designed to kill us. Not exactly. Now this boss, well, I'll get to it when I get to it. You might want to equip Bubble Ed if you want to, you know, get this boss real bad, but it's not... The boss here isn't too terrible, so I wouldn't worry yourself too much about that. So don't go, you know, all out, like, replace it with something you wanted. He also, again, has other weaknesses. I don't know all of them off the top of my head. So with this guy, if you don't aim your shots well enough, you may have to kind of jump over a narrow space to get out of these octopus batteries. There's this big eye, but now that we can slide, he's not really the biggest threat in town anymore. Not the threat he was in Mega Man 1. This is something I forgot to mention. You do get the slide here. So the Crash Bomb here, you're gonna want to bring it in because this path here opens up an extra E-Tank. And I don't remember there being an E-Tank on that upper path. Eventually, both paths, you know, that they meet back, they'll, you know. Also, these Met are the Mega Man 1 Mets. They fire a little quicker, I think, so. Actually, I don't think you ever need... Something I forgot to mention, I was about to say you never need to refill your energy meter for the Crash Bomb. And, also, you guys are a bit annoying even with Magnet Beam. I don't think you're as annoying as people say, really, but especially not here. But I also, sorry, I abused the rush jumping thing. Sorry for that. I said I wouldn't. I just there for a second. I know I said you weren't as annoying as people said, and that's true Mega Man 1, but here you're more annoying, footholders. And I'm talking about these enemies right here. I'm not talking about you, the viewer. Oops, I just realized. But I believe there's some disappearing blocks. Yeah, this is definitely a disappearing block room that I kind of remember. I was about to say that instead of having to worry about that, I could just use a utility, but it seems life did not plan itself that way. I say that in terms of, like, for something that I had control over. I'm saying life had the plan for me for something I could have prevented, but that's totally valid, I assume. But, as some... Gotta get through these guys. Let's see if I can get... Yes! Good. So I don't even have to bother destroying them. Actually, with the slide, maybe I want to destroy... Maybe I'll have a good chance to destroy this guy. Just, I regret this? Nope, I won't. You also could bring the Ice Slasher in here to use for these, things. Or you could actually use the, Flash Stopper. Actually, I'm thinking maybe I should show that upper path. I'll show it, you know, I'll die. I'll come back. Well, maybe I'll die. I was thinking of perhaps dying and coming back just for that, but, it should be noted that in the other stages, any of the openable paths, at least in my experience, they don't seem to be opening up any alternate paths. It's only for these Wily stages. The first three all have alternate paths. The fourth one does not, at least none that I can discover. And Mega Man doesn't usually have a whole lot of undiscoverable hidden paths, so so I kind of doubt I'm missing any here, but I'm using Magnet Beam also way too recklessly, but because item 1 rises, I guess this should hopefully save me. You know, hopefully is never used like any other adverb. It's like, you know, like sometimes it is like, you know, hope, I'll get this done hopefully, but other times it's like a response to something like, hey, so do you think we'll win the war? And then somebody may respond, hopefully, if they don't really know either way, and they just kind of want to say. Anyway, enough rambling. This guy is really weak to the bubble edge, so that's why I mentioned probably bring it in here. It does twice as much damage to it as the Mega Buster does, but the Mega Buster already does a ton of damage, so don't lose any sleep over it if you decide not against bringing the bubble edge in here. Now, when he kind of goes under there, you're going to want to sort of stay in that middle platform as much as you can. Might not always be able to. And whenever, you're probably going to want to stay on the opposite side that he comes up from, just in case he does this attack here. And if you haven't noticed, the further, closer to the edge you are on the platform, the higher it'll bounce you. So, this battle is also super slowdown happy, so... Also accidentally almost slid off the platform. Should have been very stupid of me, but... So he can't really hit me here if I do this, so... If he's content to keep doing this, I'll be super happy. I've been saying super way too much. In these LPs, at least. Not really in general in life, just in these LPs. I'm not trying to be totally radical, I'm just how it is. So I'm not sure if I mentioned this before, but your health actually regenerates in between stages. In case you thought that your 8 choices lasted through every single stage, which maybe they should have, but then again, because so many could have been options, you know, it would have been, you know, disastrous if you didn't bring the Crash Bomber in here, because like if you didn't bring the Crash Bomber for one stage and you thought, oh gee, maybe I'll need it for the other 2, then you have an opportunity to you know, rescind your decision. So I guess making the game a bit easier fundamentally in a way, but this room isn't an alternate path. I don't think it's just I think it's actually it's one of those mystery things. So wait, do I have? Okay, good. For a second I thought I accidentally didn't equip the quick boomerang, but yay. It can sometimes be an E-tank, so that's why I like coming in here, but anywho, those guys combined with the little clamps from Middleman stage are kind of a thing, but kind of a pain, you know? Now, don't panic when you see these guys, because they can't hit you at this ladder here. So you're going to want to take out this Bubble Bat, and then Battens, you know? There we go. Those change key throwers / hotheads are not anymore. Okay, for a second I thought these guys just took 2 hits, but I may be mistaken. Also, I just realized I got a ton of random lives, which is actually kind of nice because I lost a life in the last stage, I think, so... Yeah, I did. I lost 2, because 1 in the Buster in the Just Unit stages. So what I was going to do is, I'm doing this all in one, these last 2 episodes all in one go. I'm just separating them kind of arbitrarily, because I don't know why, I just do. I kind of thought from the start I would do these as... I'm also not sure why I'm not equipping the Quick Boomerang right now. But, I also forget what I was going to say. Oh yeah, you can, that, Friender down... I think if you saw, I, defeated that Friender, completely, without, having to be anywhere near him in terms of, like, attack range. So you want them... There's actually an extra E-tank up here, as opposed to a non-extra E-tank, I guess. Oh no, you guys aren't, Oh yeah, you can't aim the, thing shadow thing down, but that's okay. My control's locked up there for some reason. This section of the stage is a little annoying, but... Now, with these cannons down here, you're gonna want to make sure they, Because, from up there, they can kind of hit you easily. Or, I was gonna say, well, it's just the fact they can hit you in general is kind of what I was trying to mention there, but... I don't know what I'm trying to use this thing down here, but... Good. Now his shots just go up to the ceiling, don't affect us. You know, we're all happy. Except him. Actually, I should have been using a quick boomerang against these guys. Extra stuff up here. Down there is just kind of more the same with the guys in the clouds. Anyway. So, one thing that's kind of bad here is that these pippies can sort of leave you a sitting duck for the, the weapons leave you a sitting duck for the pippies. Wrong target. I should have hit the actual egg, not the mother. This music's so happy for, this music, I'll say I like it. It's not too fitting for Wily stages, really, but none of these next three are, really. Alright, this is the part that, now, by the way, I didn't mention this, but this returning Sniper Joe, it is the quick boomerang is its weakness. Super dickish that they put them in Quick Man stage, but whatever. Or that they put them in such tight corridors in Quick Man stage, but I can overlook that. My controller's acting up slightly. Or by that I mean, like, back down. Now, this guy's weak to both the Thunder Beam. He's also weak to the Spark Shock. Incredibly weak to the Spark Shock, actually. Even though I mentioned about how it's almost objectively inferior, it actually is useful for this boss here, more so than the Thunder Beam is. And I think those are its only two weaknesses, which is rare for a Wily tower boss. Oh no, he's gonna get more quicker as he, oh, never mind. It just... doesn't have enough health to sustain a challenge. But yeah, the Spark Shock can be rapidly fired, which normally wouldn't be too useful since you can only hold one you can only stall one enemy at a time. But for this boss, since it damages him, it's actually useful. It's actually more wieldly than Thunder Beam, where you can't rapidly fire it. Now, this stage, we're gonna get a bit of a, how do I put it? This stage is a interesting boss. You may have, they're gonna drop a bit of hints as to who it is, so you may want to pay attention to the enemy choices. So down here, I believe, not just I believe, I can... There we go, this is what I was thinking of. You can hit him from this good vantage point without him being able to attack you. This guy, not so much, but I think at least I remember I could sort of just go between here and there, you know? Not the most descriptive commentary ever, but, you know, you can just sort of... That topmost platform, I just sort of went back and forth on there. The deal with these guys is that you can only hit them when their eye opens, by the way. It's a super basic thing, and usually, you know, I would have mentioned that by now, but eh. Alright, you're in our way for the ladder, so gotta defeat him again. I shouldn't have defeated him the first time, just like in Snake Man stage. You can just ignore these two if you're taking the leftmost path. Now here, you just kind of gotta... And then this. Yeah, not the best positioned Monkings ever, but... Oh well. Here's the secret-ish path. Not sure why I said ish, but, alrighty. I'm not sure if the sniper, oh, sorry, I was already mentioning that. Dang it, for some reason, I get confused about, like, what commentary I said and what takes. Sometimes I think I said something in a take that I threw out, but then I actually confused that with another take that I left in. But, OG Gemini stage, things. These guys take a little while to destroy, can be kind of tedious, but you also get a lot of items from them. But to be honest, it can get so tedious to the point that I'm actually not really in the mood for collecting those 2 Eddie blocks up there. Even if they give me an E-Tank, I haven't really been in need of them enough to, warrant that, so... Because all things considered, these stages are pretty easy, well, especially when considering that you're given, you know, 8 different weapons you can use. I can sort of see why they needed to do this, though, because, like, technically this is all pretty doable with the Mega Buster, but, you know... I guess, you know, it would have been kind of dickish to give us, like, all the weapons of the previous games, and then it's, like, only, like, a specific, like, 4 will. I also shouldn't have dropped down here, because this thing, there's a lot more of a benefit here if you just wait up there and wait for them to not pole vault, but... yeah, I feel like well, it's kind of a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation, because it's bad if they made it like that made it so, like, only 2 of the weapons. Like, maybe I'd use a specific, like, 5 weapons in order to pass the stage with any kind of ease. But, Buster G, yeah, the monkeys in the stage might, have given that away. Before he was using a rod, like, he was using a spear, which is a kind of rod, and now he's using, a Buster, a Mega Buster. Now, the deal is with this fight is that you sort of get close to him, and then he'll jump over to the next sort of block. He is weak to the Hard Knuckle, as before. This time, he is really weak to the Magnet Missile. Which is actually one of the more useful areas of the Magnet Missile to be useful, which is kind of nice, but, especially since he spends so much to the fight standing still, so... You can just sort of slaughter him if you bring that with you. I think he takes less damage from the Hard Knuckle now, though, but I'm not too certain about that. I can definitely say it's a little bit harder. It's a little bit less effective in this fight than in the last fight, at least for me. Alright then. Last stage of this whole game. My goodness, we're in the final stretch. Get close, but not too close. Here, they kind of dickishly combine these moles with the, right here, these clamper things. You also can't stand too close to them with the Leaf Shield, which is normally useful for the moles, is actually something it's, those things instantly make the they'll make the leaves go away, so it's not too useful here. They also use these things from Mega Man 2's final stage that, so combined with the moles, they're actually a bit bad. Oh, gee, Proto Man. That's a nice little touch. I think this is, yeah, we're just straight to Wily now. Alright then. Now, the good part of it, he's not really incredibly weak to anything. His weaknesses, though, I believe he only has one weakness each form. This form's weak to the Thunder Beam, and his other form's weak to the Hard Knuckle, so it's actually kind of funny, since those are the weapons, like, I'd normally bring, so... Like, those are, like, almost consistently I normally bring those, which is cool. Alright then, this should be it, I think. Yeah. So, this part is the form that's weak to the Hard Knuckle. You can't hit him from here, but the interesting thing is that he can't hit you from here. Even if he does, yeah, even this doesn't hit you. I couldn't get out from that, but at the same time, I'm safe here. Now, once he brings you up, this is the chance to completely... Especially when he does that again. Alright, come on. Oh, come on, let me back on. Okay. Alright, final form. Once again, weak to the Thunder Beam. Let's not take any chances. Let's get this E-Tank used. Alright then. So the deal here is that he'll just drop these bombs. They'll, if you slide by them, they'll explode. Or sorry, if you go by them, they explode. Also, I just realized this machine is smoking. I'm not sure if... Oh yeah, that means he'll come down to the ground, but I'm not sure if that's... Normally, actually, that's, if you're using just a Mega Buster, that's your only chance to hit him, but with the Thunder Beam, that's, you can hit him in the air. Oh man, it's fine. Oh no, he has one more attack up his sleeve! Yeah, no. Man, Wily feels, to me, a little more defeated here than in the other games for some reason. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because Mega Man actually physically runs after him. But it's a nice touch after going through 3 games fighting this guy. As well as this nice music, so... that's nice. We're getting a nice little rundown of all the previous Robot Masters. So you are kind of... evil? This guy, Elkman's evil in this version? You are, I think, a little... kind of the... I actually ironically like Bubble Man, because, you know, feels like a bit of an underdog to me. Quick Man, you have too much health. But thankfully you're on par with your Doc Robot, so... Quick Man. Metal Man is listed last here, but... No, he's not. I was gonna say that his Dr. Wily number, I think, is earlier than all the others, but... I'm not paying attention to whether or not they're, what order they're presenting these in. Actually, sorry, they're Never mind, I was about to say they're presenting them in the order that the select screens view them in, but this is now contradicting that. You have a more... Top Man, you have a more useful weapon than people give you credit for. Sparkman, good boss fight. The weapon you gave me kind of wasn't useful, but... Shadow Man, you're much harder in this version than the other version. Buster Raji, he's, all 3 of you kind of are a little bit less difficult than the Robot Masters that were inadvertently made to, you know, kill me. Whereas you guys were specifically made for that task. Mega Man 2 is kind of... They say that they're, you know, made just for combat, but, which maybe... I guess this is more like specifically Mega Man. Whoa, he's just sliding. He's letting him go. I guess he has to obey those 3 laws of robotics, but Asimov's 3 laws of robotics. Although, of course, there's that famous exception, which maybe I shouldn't spoil, but... or infamous exception, which I shouldn't spoil. But that doesn't explain how he was chasing Wily up to this point, so even then... But this is a nice trilogy of games, I mean... The side... weird plot holes aside, not even really plot holes, just things I'm nitpicking aside, these were all really good, I mean... I suppose Wily Tower, I started to rant a bit about how, you know, it left a bit to be desired, but that's just, you know... really, that's kind of more nitpicky, so... in reality, I think it's a great concept that's executed nicely, so... could have been executed better, but, anywho, so, as far as these LPs go, I think this is the first one I've completed on this channel. Should be on a channel called Nudist Folk Singer, and I just kind of thought that name would be kind of eccentric, kind of funny. That channel's name might change, so it could be different, but I'm not certain when I'm going to post more, but, you know, it'd be nice. I like doing this LP, and I want to do some more, so thanks for watching. I'm almost done. I also have to go back and do the, the alternate paths in Wily Tower, so there should be that. I was going to show you one area where the time stopper could be useful, but it ran out of weapon energy before I could do that, because I can't pause the game. Until I forgot about that, so never mind that, but it is legitimately still useful for that section back there. I'll show this area up until it meets the first path. But there's not a whole lot to say. They're kind of a little bit less, I wouldn't say more difficult, but there's not an E-tank, I don't think, in this one. One thing that is kind of interesting, though, is that these fire bar things return, and much like before, I'm going to just use the magnet beam to surpass it, please. Or I should say, like, please and, like, if you please. Aw, man, I would have liked to get on that one. Because now you actually have to kind of wait a long time. So actually, no, you don't. Just use this. Alright, then this part can be a little bit, nerve-wracking-ish. But I think it should meet up to the other one down. Nope, I was mistaken. I was thinking of a little earlier. So, we can't exactly, magnet beam our way through this one, but sliding exists, and I exemplified that poorly. There we go. Oops. So, thankfully, they still don't do... They haven't changed the fact that they do damage. They do, paltry damage to you, so... They're hardly a, you know, force beam from Quickman stage. There we go. This is where the path meets up. And you better end this off before I get hit by a tackle fire, or change key. I forget which one it is. So I accidentally deleted the audio clip for that last thing I did, but I accidentally missed a room and I showed it. It's not that I accidentally thought that was the secret passage, no. And that this here was just what I was thinking of. No, that's not it at all. You're hallucinating again, George. That's not a reference to anything. I just thought that up right this second, but oh, sorry, not going up here. I'm incorrect yet again, and I deserve to fall in the pit for that. That's why I did that in a chivalrous manner. So what I meant to do was just more or less keep going along this side, and here they kind of combine Crazy Cannons with these guys, and here the best advice is just to jump over. Ah, good. Sometimes I don't. That looks like a difficult one to make, but the paths line up right back here, so any commentary I could make here would be redundant, so just got one more path to show. Let's hope I don't release 2 video clips with that one, too. So, here, we'll just ignore him this time and, carry on. I don't actually use this path too often, but, I've just discovered it's nice that we have this little crevice here. It's, you know, just to help us out with the dodging and whatnot. Oh, sorry, I've used this path recently. Never mind. I was thinking something else again. Oh, yikes, this part. Yeah, this is the part. This is what I was thinking of. I was thinking of something challenging here, and this is it. Well, I think it's obvious kind of what the problem is there, and okay, it didn't give me as much trouble as it did last time. And whoa, I didn't use any special weapons at this point? Nice. Anyway, here it's just sort of a matter of firing until they get in your line of fire, basically. I think, yeah, this is where the paths meet up, but, I actually can't pause until I kill the guys, so... Anyway, I guess that's it for now. As I said earlier, Wily Wars, good game. I recommend it, even with the changes in the physics. I still think it's good. I guess it's nice to have all 3 Mega Man games under one roof, you know? It gives that feeling of unity. As well as this little extra Wily Tower segment, so... Which I'm actually not really resisting the urge to put down all too well, it seems. Even though I know it's... But, with that, I'll see you with my next LP. Thanks for watching so much, and be sure to give this game a try.